make a telephone call in English business. So the first topic is the definition of telephone call. Telephone is one of the most important forms of communication within the company. Although today we use being replaced by other forms of communication such as email. Phone use is one of the most common means by which a materials both internal and external communication. It is very important in business because it is the medium through which the first contact with or from the company is made. So, before we any personal contact, the usual thing is to make a phone call to arrange an interview or to specify any matter or topic. Then, from the standpoint of business communication, telephone use has an enormous advantage. First, interlocutors don't see each other, and this may work for solving tricky or unfavorable situations. Number two, the another advantage of this type of communication is that we can do other things as we speak, such as taking notes, search for something on the computer, or something to a workmate, always with distraction, and so on. Almost everybody has phone today or mobile, mostly. This device is widespread among the population and, as we stated above, it is one of the most important communication tools in the field of business. At the present time, more and more companies are using telephone system to provide their mobile service. So, the various devices used in telephone are usually grouped into three types. 1. Fixed individual device. This device is known as fixed telephone. They are non-portable devices that connect to other phones or to a telephone exchange through the network of conductive metals. Number 2. Private branch exchange. They are located in places or locations that hold all the equipment that plays the role of connecting two different global geographical points. Then number 2. Mobile device. A mobile phone is a portable device wireless that allows access to the mobile phone network in geographic access areas where the service provider has coverage. Then the next topics will be explained with my friends.
Hello everyone, my name is Septino Chena. I want to explain about the advantages and disadvantages of telephone. Undoubtedly, the telephone is the most common and important device for communication, but there are some advantages and disadvantages of telephone. The most popular device to communicate orally is the telephone. It connects people irrespective of distance. It breaks the tone and help us to communicate at any movement and from any location. Okay, the number is there is advantages of telephone. There are 9. Okay, the first is easy and quick to use. Now, easy and quick to use. Telephone is really very easy to use as well as it's very much quick. For this advantages of telephone, it is very popular amongst every class of people, right? So, okay, the number 2 is easy and available means of communication. Now, communication through the telephone is really very easy and available because most people know use the telephone, and anytime and anywhere you can connect to anyone if you have the number of your expect person. Okay, the number 3 is less expensive. Now, less expensive is the other great advantage of the telephone. The telephone is much less expensive than other communication process. Okay, the number 4 is 3G and 4G. Now, 3G and 4G are the most advanced technology of the mobile telephone, and they include the various facilities on the mobile phone. Now, as a result of 3G, people can make a video call from their mobile phone, and this is the most famous and important advantage of mobile phones. Okay, the number 5 is distance is not a matter. Yeah, distance is not a matter of communication. If you have a telephone, you can communicate with a person even if he stays on another side of the world. Can communicate as no matter what the distance is. So number 6 is no barrier. Now, no barrier. Upon call can reach any location where there is a barrier to cycle appearance. So the number 7, internet facility. Now, current time the mobile telephone is very smart and it can be used for email checking, web browsing, transferring, multitasking. Most people not always connect with social networking sites with their phone mobilization. With mobile phone. So number 8 is audio, video, and image. As I said about the mobile phone, is very smart now. They can take pictures, capture video as well as capture audio also, which is the most effective advance of mobile telephones. So the last is legal tracking system. Now, legal law and enforcement organization can detect anyone by telephone or mobile network. It helps them to find out criminal easily, right? Okay, the next is disadvantages of telephone. There are 12. Yeah. Okay, the number 1 is expensive for video call and SMS and message. Yeah, right. The telephone is a little bit expensive for video call and message. On the other hand, video call, sending a message to the internet is very cheap, and this is the great facility of the internet. So number 2, cycle damage. Nah, in long term use, it causes headaches and permanent damage to the brain, especially when it is a mobile phone. So number 3, often used for threat. Now, one of the greatest disadvantages of the telephone, it is often used for threat for use purpose. Number 4, network problem. Now, because of network problem, we cannot talk properly sometimes, and this is a very annoying limitation of a telephone. Okay, number 5 is used for criminal activities. Now, a telephone is often used for criminal activities, right? Because criminal use the telephone for use advances. So number 6, waste hard time of teen. Now, undoubtedly, telephone really plays a vital role for various purposes, including business. But telephone waste hard time of teens. Often they chat a long time with their friend and was their valuable time of the study. So number 7, used for sexual harassment. As I said before, criminal use the telephone for it is hard advances like this. Some people often use the telephone for sexual harassment. So number 8, often it causes miscommunication. Nah, sometimes the telephone causes miscommunication among people, like some misunderstanding because of some word. So number 9 is missed call. Yeah, took the number of missed call go down, but still now sometimes call goes to the wrong number, and this is very disturbing sometimes. So number 10, habit of lying. Telephone and mobile encourage the habit of lying in society because people on the other side cannot judge. So number 11 is absence of face-to-face conversation. The telephone cannot provide face-to-face conversation, and this is one of the most common disadvantages of telephone talk. Is someone use 3G or 4G, they can make a video call. So okay, the last number is voices not clear sometimes. Sometimes the voice cannot come early because of network problem. Most people know about the disadvantages of the telephone. Above are not all advantages and disadvantages of the telephone, but there are a lot. We mention here some popular advantages and disadvantages of telephone, right? Okay, the next is the importance of telephone communication in business. Yeah, what is that? Okay, number one is the evolving world of technology. Yeah. Okay, technology has become such a vital part of our lives that we find it difficult to envisage life without our smartphone or having information at the touch of a button, right? Okay, in a world where mobility, applications, social code, and code are increasingly becoming the prepared way to do business, many companies are forgetting how important the traditional telephone is when communication with customer. The telephone offer a more personal touch, allowing business the opportunity to integrate real-time two-way communication with customer. Okay, the number two is making it easier to do business. Nah, when offering online option for you customer to contact your business in essential way for delivering great customer service, but so is providing of efficient telephone system. Nah, the internet is a really powerful tool and help business promote brand awareness and sales messages to customer, but customer can find it difficult to work technology and not being able to deal directly with a person. This can lead to customer frustration and a loss of the personal touch. Okay, so the last number is number 3. There are advantages of the telephone. Yeah, it is important to take time to fully understand what your business need and goal are to help you choose the correct telecom system to fulfill your requirement. An efficient business telephone system streamlines good communication between organization and customer. The telephone offer faster interaction than email, is more personal and easy and quiet to use, right? Okay. The next is benefit of telephone communication in business. Okay. Communication via telephone is not only for personal matter but also for business matter. Okay. Now, number 1 is for quick response, right? Now, apart from talking to someone face to face, telephone communication is a great way to get a quick response. Number 2, effectiveness. Communication is more than word. An article on communication theory, inference of attitudes from nonverbal communication into channels, mention 3 influential component in effective communication. Number A, point A, body language by 55%. So point B, you can see that 38% tone of voice. Point C, the word spoken by 7%. When you make a call, the tone of voice you use give emotion to the word. Okay, the last number is number 4 is live interaction of different location. With internet, calling activities are not limited to audio alone but can be in the form of audio visual such as video calls and teleconference. Nah, during a pandemic, discussion of office meeting can be held virtual through video calls or teleconference. Participant can view presentation, ask question, discuss answer with all participants directly, even though they are in different location. Okay, number 4 is privacy and confidentiality. Okay, some message of confidential of a person nature, such as condolence, disciplinary issues or sensitive issues are best delivered over the telephone. Okay, the last number is security. Nah, security, making phone calls while driving is dangerous, but you can use Bluetooth to keep calls. Meanwhile, to communicate via text, you must first stop. In some countries, it is against the law to drive while holding a mobile phone. Okay, the next explanation will continue with Sister Febri.
Step and etiquette to making business call. Step 1. Preparing telephone call. A. Gather all information for call. Number phone, name of people you need to speak, calendar, paper, and personal information. B. Make sure you are in quiet and comfortable place. C. Think about what you need accomplished with this call. Step 2. Making business call. A. Introduce yourself. B. Express gratitude always to the client. Make sure that the person you are calling is available to talk. D. Ask other people to repeat you are saying. A. Summarize important point. Etiquette good business telephone call. Be polite. 1. Be polite. Be polite, respect other people time, treat everyone equally, focus on caller, don't demand special treatment. Please respect other people time. Don't leave people on hold. Identify yourself. Make sure that the person you are called has time for you.
My name is Dewi Ratul Hasanah. I want to explain about language telephone calls and example of telephone calls. The first is language telephone calls. What is language telephone calls? In language telephone calls have 6 language. The first is taking a message for someone. The example is, I'm sorry, Lisa is out, busy at the moment. Can I ask who's calling? And can I take a message? I'll let him or her know you call it. And the second is leaving a message with someone. The example is, yes, it is Tom Smith here. Could you ask him to call me when he gets in? My number is blah 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 blah. No, that's okay. I'll call back later. Okay, and the third is confirming informations. The example is, okay, let me repeat that just to make sure. Okay, and the fourth is listening to answering machine. Hello, you've reached blah 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 and blah blah blah. Please leave a message after the beep or tone. Thank you, says. And the next is leaving a message on an answering machine. Hello, this is Tom calling for Jenny. Could you please return my call as soon as possible? My number is blah blah blah. Thank you. And the last is finishing a conversation. The example is thank for calling. Bye for now. And need to hang up now. I'll talk to you soon. Bye and see you. And the next is example of telephone calls. And here here are some common phrase and sentence you can use when speaking on telephone. And the informal phrases are mostly for family, for friends, and etc. The formal phrases are for business and official calls and for calls to important people. And caller unknown means the person answering the phone does not know who is calling, and this mostly occurs when answering a call to landline phone without caller ID or to a mobile phone or smartphone from a number that is not listed in the phone contact. The first example is answering the phone. In answering the phone, have an formal and informal. The formal example is hello, this is Susan, and hello, thank you for calling name in a company. This is Susan, how can I help you? And good morning or good afternoon or good evening. This is Susan, how can I help you? And the informal example is hello, Susan is speaking, and or Dewi is speaking. And the second is greeting and introducing yourself. The example of formal is this is Dewi from Garuda Food. Hello, this is Laurie. I am calling about blah blah blah. The example of your advertisement, informations about your service, to make a reservation, and etc. The example of informal is hi, it is Laurie, or hi, it is me. Use this when to other persons will recognize your voice, and for example your mother, your best friend, and your brother, and etc. The third example is asking to speak to someone. The first is formal, is blah 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 available. The example is Jim or is Dewi available? May I speak to the doctor? And I did like to talk with Mr. Adams. And the informal example is Jim free? Is Dewi free? Can I talk you to mom? And the fourth example is patting someone on hold. The formal example is Can I put you on hold for a moment, please? What you holding for just a moment? And if it is okay with you, I'm going to put you on hold for a moment. I will see if she available. And or these expressions can also be used. You are not ready to speak and speak in English on the phone. You can use this moment to calm yourself and prepare yourself and to speak English. The example of informal is hold on a sec. Not sec is short for second and is another way to say hold and moment. Just a second and just a moment. And the fifth example is clarifying and asking for repetitions. The formal example is I'm sorry, I did not catch that. Could you please repeat yourself? I'm sorry, do you mean to say identify what you understand? And just to clarify, you say example. Just to clarify, you say you were calling to from RTR Industries. And would you mind spelling that for me? And would you mind slowing down? And would you mind speaking a little more slowly? The example in informal is I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Can you spell that? And this is example. And the sixth example is taking a message for someone. The first is formal. I'm sorry, she is not available at the moment. Can I take a message for her? If you leave a message, I will be sure to get him as soon as he is available. She is away at the moment. May I ask who is calling? Would you like me to connect you to his voicemail? And the informal example is I'll let him or her know that you called. Who's calling, please? And the seventh example is leaving a message for someone. The formal example is yes, thank you. Please tell her Selma called. Ask her to call me back at blah 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 blah. Could you have he return my call tomorrow? Please tell him I'll be available on Thursday 8:90. Yes, please put me through to her voicemail. Thank you. And the informal example is no, thanks. I'll call back later. Yeah, tell him Selma's called. And the finished example is ending your call. This is a formal example. Thank you for calling. I will make sure to give him the message. Thanks for calling. I have another call, so I will need to let you go. And thanks for calling and have a good day. Thanks for calling and have a good day. Have a nice day. And the informal example of ending your call is I need to let you go. I need to let you go. I have a meeting soon, so I have to run. Americans will always say, I have a meeting soon, I gotta run. In Americans world also, I have a meeting soon, so I gotta run. Gotta is short from good to, or have to. Gotta. And the it was great to chat. I talk to you again soon. And this is example and the language telephone calls in my explain. Okay, thank you for your attention. And the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.